northeast traffic.
Now, some vehicles to look out for this morning that have been stolen in the region. If you see one, please contact your local police. They're both Ford Fiestas. A blue Ford Fiesta, that one was stolen from Peterlee, and a white Ford Fiesta van, and that one was stolen from Crook.
Across the country, 500,000 drivers a year have their vehicles stolen. In the northeast, the thieves strike once every 20 minutes.
It's just getting totally out of hand. Your insurance premiums every year are going up and up and up. The cost of your vehicles, the things people have to do with vehicles. People putting alarms on here, there, everywhere. We shouldn't have to do that. But society has let these people get away with it for far too long.
In Newcastle's car crime underworld, there are far bigger, more elusive criminals than those who do the stealing. A new detective squad has been set up to seek them out. The targets are known as car ringers, organised gangs behind a booming trade in disguised stolen vehicles.
When you talk to people about car ringing, they immediately think of Porsches and Mercedes as cars that are being rung. But in reality, they're only stealing what they can actually sell on. Metros, Montegos, Astras, Little Novas. They're the type of everyday cars that you don't look twice at.
But the police now do. They try to intercept the thieves, many of whom are in the pay of the ringing gangs.
Yeah, we've got good visibility on the entrance and exit. If there's any suspicious vehicles or movement, I'll keep you informed.
Stand by here for now.
Yes, received. You've got the young guys who come out and steal the cars for 50, 60, £100. So they'll come out, they'll steal a couple of cars, make a couple of £100, minimum amount of risks, except these proactive operations now catch them in the act.
F41 to 27.
Either 6, you've had doing a tour of the car park now.
Just because you want somebody south end by the port coming over.
Shaggy, you want me back here now? Yeah, two out the vehicle now, having a look into another car, parked car.
Far in this.
We need somebody by the bushes, Steve.
Send the other car.
Bronco is Shaggy, can you just stop there? Just stop there. Cancel, they've moved off. Cancel, they've stopped again. They've parked up. I think they're going to do a car, Steve. Shaggy, you just stay there. Where you are. The front near side passengers out. Actually, they're coming through the bushes now, so if...
They're just going to wait till this guy disappears,
Shaggy, there's 2 occupants from this car have gone into the bushes at the south end.
Yeah, too many clear off out here, Phil.
Yeah, it's an off. Cancel that, it's stopped again. Yeah, the front near side passengers out of the car again.
Fiesta, I think, Billy.
Please give us the exact location.
They're going to do it now, once keep them to it.
Yeah, it's at the very south end of the car park. They're doing... There's an alarm going. I need the green car stopped. Eric's strike. Eric's in the car now. Can you get down there, Steve? Quickly.
The alarm went off just as I came through the bushes. This is the one that they made off from. Not fresh off.
On the corner light, the driver's door, there's a fresh screwdriver mark impression with some powdered glass inside, where obviously just the top of the window.
I think there's going to be a lot of people here disappointed.
There's no doubt about that.
The car squad is about to launch its biggest operation yet. Weeks of inquiries have tracked down hundreds of suspected ringed vehicles in the hands of innocent motorists.
What you find is these are people who've parted with very hard-earned money to buy these cars and are running around the street oblivious to the fact that they've bought a stolen car. Now, tragically, when we identify them as being stolen, we end up seizing these vehicles from them as evidence for our cases. And these people or in most instances, end up with nothing. But I'm quite nervous about it. because we've sort of put our reputations and the reputation of the department on the line.
His reputation.
And I'm sort of excited at the prospect of achieving this. If we achieve it, I will be absolutely elated. If we fail to achieve it, I will be desperately disappointed, because a lot of us has gone into this inquiry. It becomes personal.
Early next morning, Operation Trace begins.
Morning, ladies and gentlemen. The name of the game this morning is to go out and seize 200 vehicles which are highly likely to be stolen vehicles. Because you're going to seize vehicles from innocent purchasers. So it's going to be a bit fractious perhaps on one or two occasions, but deal with it firmly, positively. Sergeant, if you crack on and fill in a bit of the detail.
In the past, we've recovered between the departments something like 200 cars, and we've never had any real problem. However, some of them are going to be absolutely dumbfounded and absolutely distressed that the car's been taken from them. So what we would ask you to do is to be as tactful as you can, and if they've got any specific problems, refer them to us at the Stolen Vehicle Squad at Morpeth. Other than that, everything else should be self-explanatory. Allocated as exhibits officer for today's exercise is DC Fletcher, and he wants to put to you one or two specific problems that we've foreseen to be sorted out now.
The one thing I would ask is, don't disclose where the vehicles are going to. We don't want people that you've taken the vehicles off turning up at safe recovery. We have in the past where we've recovered vehicles, taken them to a recovery operator, the person's found out, they haven't been totally innocent, the premises have been burgled and the car's been set on fire, destroying evidence. So we don't want them to know. The only point of contact that they'll have is to go through the Force Legal Department. In each envelope that you have is an explanation as to why we believe the vehicle that you're going to seize isn't what it purports to be. Now, the reasons may vary from the fact that we've tracked the vehicle identity to a scrapyard and the car's been dismantled or it's been crushed, it's may have been burnt out. We have addresses where 30 or 40 vehicles, all purporting to be write-offs, have been registered to the same address. That gives us grounds also to believe that the vehicle that you're going to seize may be a ringer. If the people are volunteering more information, then put it on the form, because in 2 or 3 weeks' time we'll be sitting down and going through the forms, trying to identify a pattern. The next sheet of paper is the letter of explanation. It's a little consolation for the people that get taking the cars off, but that's all they're going to be left with at the end of the day. Basically, it's a letter which sets down the person's rights, and basically they have no rights. We don't want kids' push chairs, push pikes, boxes of tools. Allow them to remove all personal belongings from the vehicle. If it is a stolen vehicle, it's probably the last time they'll see it.
The thing that's going through the mind is at last we're actually doing something now. My job's not the preparation and planning. I always try and leave that to somebody else. I prefer to be doing this, you know, and to me this is what the job's geared up for, is to go and get it. And hopefully the car will be there.
Was the car there yesterday?
No.
Are you going to tell this nice man that he's a pedestrian?
Yeah, it's on there.
F18198 UNP.
It's it there. You don't know until you speak to him. You know, it depends on his first reaction. Depends how you approach it. If he goes off it, then you've got to try and calm him down. You know, if he gets a bit upset, you've got to be sympathetic with him. Mrs. Irons.
Yes?
I'm DC Watt from Northumbria Police, Stolen Motor Vehicle Squad. Can I come in and see you and your husband, please?
Yes.
Thanks. Is your husband in? He's not. That's your car outside, yeah?
Yes.
Yeah. How long have you had the car?
About 2 or 3 months. I'm not quite sure, to be honest.
And where did your husband get it from?
He bought it from a young lad along at I'm sorry.
It's all right.
I can't even think straight. Is it stolen?
Yeah, well, that vehicle's crushed in the scrap.
So now what?
Well, that's a stolen car that you've got. What we're going to have to do, we're going to have to seize the vehicle, obviously because it's stolen, and get it examined. Now, 2 things can happen. Is A, we identify it as a as a specific car, and therefore by rights it becomes the property of the insurance company. That's the worst that can happen. Or if we can't identify it, even though we know to store them. What we would do there is you could get the vehicle back. Now, obviously, you know, I know it's a bit of a shock to you. I've got a letter here which is like a form of receipt, which we explain. And don't upset yourself because, you know, we try our best. Is it not? Well, same thing with another car.
Well, it's just had a car for 4 days and it got stolen. I think it was the same sort of thing.
Yeah. Well, what it is, your husband's what we say is being sold a ringer. There's a few questions that I'd like to ask you. All right with it? Are you sure?
So, I mean, how come when you check all these things out, how come it didn't show up as a stolen car?
Yeah, well, it's on a number, which a car's in a scrapyard. You see, the car, what happens is, a car's involved in an accident a couple of years ago. It goes to a scrapyard because it's a bad accident.
Right.
And the little chassis plate under the bonnet is still on the car. The thieves go down and pinch it.
Oh, God,
They go to the post office, just fill in the details, and they get a registration document and they go and pinch an identical car. And all they do is they change the identity and then they sell it. We're actually going out to seize 200 today.
200?
200 cars today we're out looking for.
In the property out the car, but you see it's obviously been used as the main family transport. And it might be the last time we see this car. Want to get some more of it? Can you manage that between you? No, it's very difficult to know what to say to people in this sort of situation, you know. I'll take this one because it's heavy.
As soon as I have something for you, I'll get in touch. Yeah, no problem. Lovely day.
Right, thanks a lot.
Okay, thank you. Right, I'll see you back.
Yeah.
Drive carefully.
See you shortly.
It's an awful job. The elation of picking the car up there has gone out the window because of the state I've left her in. You know, I'll no doubt at the end of the day when I see all the cars together get the elation back again. But at the moment I'm pretty flat because of that. You know, because I'm not really here to... I don't do a job to hurt people. I don't mind hurting the villain, but I'm not here to hurt, you know, the nice people in life. Bearing in mind, the only contact she might ever have with the police is going to be negative like that.
I mean, what we find in general terms are that people will steal an F-registered car and they'll ring it back to a D, so it becomes a very nice-looking D-registered car. The price of it is generally lower than the book price. So when people turn up and they see this very shiny car, which is in absolutely excellent condition for the year because it's 2 years newer, and it's standing at a very, very competitive, if not low price, they jump in and get the bargain. I think everybody likes a bargain, it's human nature.
Oh, beautiful. Most of the end numbers and just a little bit more work and I should get the first few letters in.
At a secret depot, the next phase of Operation Trace is underway. Police vehicle examiners search for the original serial numbers, which the car ringers have tried to disguise.
That's the chassis number. Now basically you can see from that it's uneven and it should be completely flat. It's put in by machine at the time of manufacture. It isn't, it's been over-stamped, it's been ground out and stamped in with a new number. That wasn't on when the manufacturer built the car. So that's first indication it's not what it purports to be. We'll have a look under the bonnet. It's still hot under here, so Right, this is the VIN plate, the vehicle identification number. Ford, if they put this VIN plate on, would have put smaller rivets on it. The rivets are actually overlapping. They would normally be sort of fitted a lot smaller. That's actually torn there, just underneath the rivets, which indicates it's been pulled from another vehicle and put onto this and it's loose. The build plate would normally be there, it would be the same colour as the car, and that again is missing. Now, there should be an engine number under here, and we'll see if it's here. That there is where the engine number should be on this vehicle. Just shows as a rusty sort of metal pad. This car needs quite a lot more in-depth examination. As I explained to her, she wouldn't be insured driving this vehicle. If she'd had an accident at any point, the insurance company would do the same checks that we've done, and they'd also find that this was a stolen vehicle. And they wouldn't indemnify her, so God forbid she killed somebody in it, she wouldn't be insured.
Our car thieves travel far and wide. They go up to Scotland, they go down to Devon and Cornwall, looking for vehicle identification plates. I get my paycheck through the post every month. A car ringer must look at this and he must think, that's like a gambling chip. That represents £3,000 or £4,000 or £5,000. From that, off a car, he can then go and build up the other 2 tons of metal to go with it. And it takes 2 minutes to steal it, 2 hours to ring it, and then you can sell it.
1522 I'll be, we're on Operation Trace, we're on Coupin Road, Blythe at present. Fiat on there. Foxtrot 117, that's the one.
Fiat Uno 67 for Edge. When we bought it, I just think there was a problem with the locking. I don't think because apparently because the girl had just had it for a month and she didn't even know what kind of petrol to put in it.
Did the girl who bought it off give you a receipt?
I don't think she did, no. See, we just after a quick sale on the car, the car that I had just been took to the scrapyard.
Right.
She had 1750 she asked for it. And that's...
And she got 1650.
Because you wanted cash for it. 7 months in with
You've got a lot of cars in here.
Yeah, that's the ones I was looking at when we went through the Chronicle and had a look.
So this is your list of the...
Yeah, because this is from ages ago, because that was when I first actually got my job.
So this is a list of cars that you've been buying? And
No.
Just
what a wheeler dealer.
Just thought it was a bit strange there.
Yeah, I went through the lot.
We're obviously doing inquiries into, the history of what that car is that's sitting outside on the drive. Would be very interested to go back to the people who've sold you the car.
Yeah, I'd be interested if you went back to them as well.
That book, would you mind if we took the book? Or
take the book, and just find out that I lost the cards once or twice.
Or just mark the one that it is.
We'll take the number down as well.
That one?
That's the one, that's the phone number. I'm surprised there's no directions written down there.
To break the news to you, that the position is at the moment, as of the 24th of this month, the vehicle that this actually was, F117 SSF, is in a scrapyard in Scotland, rusting away.
Is it really?
So all that vehicle that actually remains is the identity, which has been put on the vehicle that is on your drive right now.
Got you, so that might not... Right, okay.
So that vehicle out there, we're anxious to identify exactly what that vehicle is, which is why we'll take it away and have it looked at by experts.
So what's the likelihood of me getting this car back at all, if ever?
If ever?
Yeah.
I would imagine at this point in time, and I'm only surmising, but fairly slim at the moment, seeing how we know that F117 SSF is in a scrapyard in Scotland.
We do know that there is something, terribly wrong with it, and it isn't
terribly wrong. And that's the end of the year.
Now, you as a purchaser, you've actually, like you say, paid out £1,600 to this girl in Gateshead. You can go back to her civilly because she, or the chap she was with, has sold you something which is not quite right.
As we'll leave you some documentation and phone numbers to contact at a later date and explain it and any questions that you've got at the end.
Will I take the car away today?
Well, yeah, we'll be taking the car away with you today.
Right,
unfortunately.
Okay. Brilliant. Not to worry.
Right.
Yeah, tax. There you go.
You have to take your security pass off for work as well for the airport.
Right on.
For each of the suspect cars, the identification is not legally complete unless the police can trace the original owner.
There's not many Fiat Unos that are stolen. I looked at it and I thought, I recognise that car. That belongs to my next door neighbour's daughter.
Yep, there it is. Very small dent there. And that was there was a little chip in there, and that was a touch-up stick.
Have you got a dog, Hillary?
Yes, yeah, I have.
I think if you look at it, there's probably at the other side. What's on the dog? Is it a terrier?
Yeah, Ken Terrier.
Because there's lots of dog hairs in the back. I've got a dog myself, you know, and it's impossible to get the dog hairs out.
Yeah. Yeah, I used to keep the dog in the hatch
In the back.
when I travelled with her. Yeah.
What do you think then?
I think it's mine, all right. Yeah, definitely.
That's smashing.
Definitely. Yeah, the wiper was definitely dulled like that at the bottom.
Did you ever think you'd see it again?
No, I've given it up.
What we'd ask you to do is we'll take a statement for you positively identifying it. Have you been paid out? You've obviously paid out by the insurance. So effectively the car now belongs to the insurance company.
Right, yeah.
So what we'll do is we'll get your details on the statement and the details of the insurance company, and we'll contact them and we'll say that we've got the car back and you've identified it as yours.
Yeah.
You happy with that?
Fine, yes.
Smashing.
I never thought I'd see little Stan again.
Stan?
Stan, it was called Stan. Yeah.
What do you call the new car?
D'Artagnan.
Well, that'll be a posh name because it's a posh car. We're doing some inquiries into some stolen cars. We've sort of come to see you about the Volvo. Steve's sort of more feeling it than me.
Yeah.
Do you want to come in then?
Yeah. If you mind. Thanks.
How do you find out that it's a ring all this time?
Well, we're running an inquiry this weekend into car ringing, and one of the group of people who's been identified as ringing cars in the West End have sold several cars, and one of the cars that they've sold we've identified as being the one they've sold you. The people have cropped up for selling this car.
I see. Because I mean, there's nothing mark on it. No.
See, there won't be because they're so professional at what they do. You would think you're buying a legitimate car, the numbers will correspond to the registration document that you've got.
Comes from the back.
Does it drive all right? Because I'll have to drive it back, so it's okay to drive.
It drives all right.
Right, I'll tell you now, it's just... If you want to come round, I'll show you, give you a little idea of how... You know, again, that's been off, okay?
Yeah.
You can tell that's been off, it's just so loose. I can't say what it is, but I can certainly say...
It's definitely a stolen car.
It's going to be a stolen car, yeah, I'm sorry about that.
No, they only wanted 1,700, and I just knocked them down. I knocked them down to 16, and they said, well, they couldn't afford any less.
And we saw the advertisement in the Evening Chronicle, and you think it's legitimate?
What they can't find out anything about it, we can get it back.
Because why should we have to pay
cost.
again for it, after we've paid all that money?
You know, if I do get a chance of back, I hope it's given back, that we haven't got to pay for it. Already fork money out for it. We'll have to rely on a good old bus service now.
The car ringers go to a post office, fill a form in, send it off to Swansea. It's a clerk who obviously types the information into a computer, and at the other end of the computer it spits out a registration document which goes into an envelope and it's sent out. You know, it doesn't matter what address it's sent to or what name it goes under. You know, it's just sent out. I'm sure you could go to the post office yourself, fill in a one, my name's Donald Duck. You know, you live at Quacker House and it'll probably be sent.
The Stolen Vehicle Squad, Sergeant Taylor, can I help you?
Get off the telly.
Certainly, if I can help you, I will. I'll just look through the filing system for you. Martin. Hello, Martin. Yeah, unfortunately, it looks as though the car's a ringer. I've just kind of looked at the vehicle examination and there's ambiguities in the chassis number. So what we'll do... Has anyone been in touch with you yet to tell you what the next process will be from our side? Well, because it's got this ambiguity with the chassis numbers, the vehicle examiner will run the possible identities of it through our computer. We'll try and match it up with a stolen vehicle because we believe it is a stolen vehicle. Okay, cheerio.
This is the Granada, and we managed to bring back the characters of the chassis number. This is a national search because I've got the characters to put in. Right, I've got a result back on this. The next step will be to get the previous owner of the vehicle, as it were, to come down and have a look at it and see if he can identify it. Obviously a 1992 vehicle, he may have moved.
All right. Well, that's the original colour. Yeah, there's scratches on the... Yeah. That's the scratch certainly that I recall on there. Yeah. This whole panel had been repaired and resprayed because there was quite a bad rust patch on there.
Yeah. And
no, that's certainly remember that. That's the one that I recall.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I see they've taken the gear marks off.
Yeah.
Do you think it's still the?
No, they'd all be new locks. I'm just.
Well, when the chap came from the insurance assessors, I could only ever find the one key. And subsequently I found that key which used to go with that car. You know, you wanted both the keys at a time.
I wonder how they got it. They can't get a duplicate key.
Just try the ignition.
This place.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. The marks where the phone was
come round
are still there. Yeah.
I've got you, yeah, screw marks.
Yeah,
that's where your car phone was.
Yeah. And the radio's been changed. That's not the one that I put in. But that is, because this had a quite sophisticated, it had a 6-band graphic equaliser or something there as well.
I see, it's yours.
Yeah.
Excellent. It's amazing after all this time, isn't it?
Yeah, it was stolen from Grandstand Road. It was the day of the Great North Run. So there were hundreds of cars, right?
Yeah.
And I went down to watch the start of it, came back.
It was gone.
Just a little patch where my car used to be.
As you can imagine, we're getting 20, 30 phone calls a day of people who are, annoyed might be the strong word, but who are certainly very concerned that they haven't got the car and that it's lying in one of our compounds.
Hello, Stephen.
They're frustrated that they've got a stolen car. The thief who sold it to them isn't available, so we tend to get a lot of the frustration levelled at us. It's part of the job, it's what's happened. But I certainly wouldn't run for public office because I wouldn't get many votes at this moment in time. But at the end of the day, once the problems are resolved, they're normally a lot happier.
So you're going to keep a low profile on it, keep it?
Well, once we do the inquiries and get the ringers arrested, and let the people know that the persons who have caused them all this aggravation have been brought to book, then the annoyance will change from us onto the people who deserve it. That's the plan anyway.
The guy that we're after supplied the same person with 2 ringers.
Go ahead, Mick.
One vehicle was a stolen
Dodge to
E-registered VW Polo. The other vehicle was part of the proceeds of a £130,000 burglary at a car hire premises in Durham.
Repeat.
George, there's a panda behind it now, it's going to get full.
Yeah, how far beyond the crossroads are you, Steve, on Old Durham Road? We're coming up behind. Oh, dear me.
go. Got to stop.
I'm DC Fletcher from the Stolen Vehicle Squad, Northumbria Police. You're not obliged to say anything unless you wish to do so, but you do say maybe giving an evidence. You're being arrested for conspiracy to steal motor vehicles. Do you understand? Is this your vehicle?
Yeah.
Keys in it, man?
Yeah.
What we're proposed to do is we'll take your vehicle to the police station, right? You'll be taken to the West End police station.
Yeah.
You care to get in the car?
Going to take it?
Take this, well, I'm going to get logged, probably get logged. So,
We'll take...
West End.
That's in the back with it, right?
Definitely a ringer.
It's not a matter now of sitting back and waiting for a car to turn up. It's a matter of going out and finding these stolen cars. Now, some of the cars we've recovered in Operation Trace have been stolen for 3, 4 and indeed 5 years. So the statement we're making now, I would say, is steal cars and ring cars and sell them on, but we'll actively come out and try and find them. And if we don't find them today or tomorrow, we'll find them next month or next year.
The car, we think it is yours. I've got to be quick with it. We're 99% certain.
Yeah.
But you're the only two people who can say yes, it is.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I can tell straight away that that's our car. See the little dent on the side?
As I say, we lost out on it, you know.
Yeah.
It was on Saturday, you know, we were fishing. We just parked it up next to the river bank. We were fishing. And actually it was my son said, you know, there's somebody in the car, Dad, you know. Somebody just drove up. Within seconds I was in the car and I watched it drive up the road and away, you know. And that was the last I seen of it.
At least we know it's your vehicle.
Yeah.
This is the start. There's another question to go on from this.
Yeah.
But it helps a lot. At least we know it's definitely right. Because all we can say is we think it is.
Definitely is, yeah.
Couldn't take my daughter out at the time my son was in hospital. He needed hospital treatment. We hadn't get taxis to and from the hospital. And just totally devastated that you lose your car. And not only do you get punished for losing your car, you get the insurance company charges you more insurance. I mean, at the end of the day, we had to find all the money again for another car, and it's just not fair. And these people should be stopped. These people should realise what they do. How would they feel if it had happened to them? And I'm so angry.
The haul of ringed cars is so far worth £1/3 million. The pattern of evidence shows that a whole group of the stolen cars has passed through the same hands.
The two subjects today have been seen driving a lot of these vehicles around prior to them being sold. Following them being sold, they've then been recovered and examined by the Stolen Vehicle Squad, and more often than not they're stolen vehicles that have had new identities put on them. So we've got enough to arrest both of them today.
They're both runners, I'm led to believe,
Yeah.
so if they do get out, they'll make a run for it, so it's best not to let them get out. So if we aim to hit the houses at about 7:15, as he just popped round the corner.
Jimmy and Alan. Jimmy's driving the other car. That's Alan and the other lad.
Aye, that's right, Alan and Jim, they've gone down the back lane. Spot on 7:15, so we're on schedule.
This is a window. Yeah, that's him.
Is that the boy?
Good view. Is Jimmy on the radio?
Jimmy? Johnny? Do you want
Open the door.
to go in there so it doesn't
she's gonna
destroy?
open it. Let me take the Sergeant Taylor from Northumbria Police. We've got a warrant to search your house for stolen car parts and documentation. So come in and do it.
You don't.
It's me again.
Didn't know you could.
Told you I'd come back.
This isn't your thing. I'm
Well.
kind of help us if he's wanted
No.
and you kind of catch him.
Well, the problem is he's in your house and then he disappears.
He's not in my house, though.
Well, we all see him.
Looks like he's gone across the roof into the other house, the empty house next door.
Oh.
Hey, well, things will get worse for you as the day goes on. There's an escape hatch. in his sitting room, which goes through the floor into his downstairs. And when you check the floor, and all the flooring's slack, and they're lifting some floorboards which are like manhole covers. But to be honest, the type of guy he is, and the type of confined space it is, it's too dangerous to put a guy down. So we're just waiting for a dog starting at 8 o'clock.
Put the door in.
Hi. Hello, it's the police. Can you open the door? We're looking for an escaped person. If you don't open the door, we'll knock it in.
Requesting a couple of further officers to assist in security of the area.
Well, why didn't you answer the first time?
1282, Mike, 1288.
Well, can you open the door, please? Now, where? We're looking for a lad who's escaped from upstairs. Now, come on. He's come down through loft spaces. So, do you mind if I have a look around for him? Thank you.
Ah, well, she's... You know, nothing like it. We've got to contain something. Oh, I would just leave it like that.
With the police dog
Where
due,
was he?
the suspect emerged from under floorboards in the next-door flat.
Yeah, one arrest by 9-4.
No, man, up the lead.
Come on. Yeah?
Bunch of idiot, jeez. Bunch of idiot.
Move over, mate.
There's something for your camera.
From the following identifying features, you can see this is your vehicle, J15JER, which was stolen on 23rd of
February
94. I purchased the vehicle on February 18th, 1994. At 7 p.m. on the 23rd of February 1994, I parked my vehicle at Yellow Car Park, Metro Centre, Gateshead. At this time, the vehicle was secure and in order. At 10 p.m. on the 23rd of 2nd 94, I returned to this location and found that my vehicle had been stolen. I then reported the matter to the police. Nor did any lawful authority to remove my vehicle. I value my vehicle at £8,500. Just a few signatures from you, please. Is that how much you paid for it, £8,500?
9,000.
And how much did the insurance company give you back?
6,900.
And you only had it a week?
Yeah. But I paid it all off, I had to get a bank loan.
So you obviously still paid it off?
Yeah, no, I got a bank loan and paid it off.
Yeah, but you can still obviously pay the bank
Oh,
loan.
yeah, I paid the bank loan. €14.
So you've lost? Well, you've lost it.
About $2,500 for a week.
It's a damn disgrace.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. When the persons are arrested, I've been dragged into blind already now.
Huh? I know that number, you know.
Oh, that's smashing.
Hiya, is he in?
He's not, no.
Where is he?
I haven't got a clue.
Come in.
Uh-huh.
How long's he lived here?
He doesn't really. He just sort of comes and goes.
Because he registers the car to here.
Here?
Here. Well, this is the addresses that he was given as living here. What does he do? What does he work as?
Oh, no, well, it was here.
What does he work as?
He's just... To be honest, I don't know.
I want him to interview in connection with a stolen vehicle he's in his possession that he sold, that was nicked.
Oh, you're joking.
No.
What you saying about the car?
This car. He says he's got some bits in this room. The clue at the horse is he's turned his shed out and trying to get them out. Ridiculous, this. And he hasn't. He doesn't know where they're from.
So does she not know where he is?
He had 18,000 miles on it.
When it was, whatever happened to it? So it's about, what, in 1992 with about 18,000 miles?
It's mid-92.
She's been a good modelling, hasn't it?
The rest of the car's in there. Well, we'll take this, Alan, okay, because we've got a good starter with the parking tickets from the garage.
Well, this is not that car, man.
This is a K registered.
This is off the Citroen.
Right, so we're talking about...
This is a mid-92 Citroen.
We're talking about a mid-92 Citroen, which will be about a K.
And an early 94 Vauxhall.
And a virtually new L-registered Vauxhall.
Yeah.
And the parking tickets were off
parking tickets
the Citroen.
Came from the Vauxhall. Vauxhall, Donald? George? 4-door Vauxhall.
put it on the grass so as not to damage it. Carlton 2 litre.
To you, for you.
That'll be that, won't it? So we've got all 4 doors. Hopefully we'll get the rest of this Vauxhall, because there's boots, engine, gearbox. We'll have to hope to build it back up and drive it back to the depot, but we're missing a few vital parts.
We'll have no tools.
It's like a production line, you know, 20, 30, 40 cars. But if bearing in mind if they're getting an average of between £2,000 and £4,000 for these 20 and 40 cars, and we're only looking at, say, a 12 months period, that's £80,000 tax-free. Well, I don't earn that in 3 years, 4 years.
Yeah.
Coming out.
Great, though.
Is he coming out?
Yes. We'll lock it up for you.
Your keys are stuck. Aye.
Here you go.
Straight in there.
Just bung it out. Oh.
One of the interesting things we found is a telescopic cosh. Certainly haven't seen many about, but you sort of whiz it out and it'll give you a nasty knock on the head if that's where it hits you. Give you a nasty knock anywhere, I suppose. But again, I mean, it's a sort of hard world to live in, you can imagine. What does I say? We'll put it to him and it's up to him to explain why he's got it. But I doubt we'll be getting it back.
The series of raids has found crucial evidence.
Did Steve carry that?
Mick had this.
So is that where'd you get this from, Nick?
This is in the bedroom. And it's, what he said, somebody dropped that up yesterday. Doesn't know his name. Somebody left it.
Invested in the bag was bits of broken ignition, various locks, and other bits and pieces. Ford, Vauxhall, it's all different kinds.
The grinders, the standard grinders, the grinding off chassis numbers, engine numbers.
It's a ringer's kit. It's no more, it's no less. There's only one use for all of this equipment. Individually they've got different uses, but together there's only one use, ring cars.
What is this for that? We'll buy write-ups and rebuild them. Right?
Not with this toolkit. Of course the obligatory scanner.
I was switched on listening to this station.
That was an engine number in there as well, which looks an old one.
There's no legitimate reason for taking off an engine. Looks like a Montego. Montego, certainly a British learner.
So then, what we're going to charge him with? Conspiracy to steal motor vehicles?
Well, that's what we're looking for at the end of the day. We're looking for that.
Is there any problems with it?
I wouldn't imagine. You just have to wait and see how the interview goes.
Smashing. That's fine then. It's an ongoing battle of wits. We're competing against the criminal who is modifying their actions as a result of ours, and we're modifying our actions as a result of theirs. I would never ever describe it as a game because it's far more serious than that. The implications on individuals are very severe. So it's more like an ongoing battle.
As you can see, this is all we've got left of it. The guy has been arrested.
Had the car from new, it was a brilliant car. Everything was perfect, just about when it got stolen.
Was it stolen from Jesmond?
No, it's actually timed up outside the surgery. Literally right outside the surgery, busy street, just vanished. The front were etched, the front headlights were etched, the sunroof's etched.
We've actually brought up 633.
Alright, yeah.
But you can see what we've done with that is we've rubbed that down because that one wasn't ground in so much, and we've got the 3-3s come up, and then in the late as well we've got the last three coming up there. Yeah. But I'm sorry, that's it. Huh?
Yes. I know what my next car's going to have, and that's a tracker.
they've got their ways and means of getting around them. Every alarm that's developed, they develop a system to get around it, you know. That's the thing.
I'm pleased to see it again, because then at least I know there's a chance now he might be locked away.
You've obviously been paid out by insurance company.
No.
You haven't?
No. The insurance fell through. I heard they hadn't received the premium when I phoned up to make the claim. It apparently had been lost in the post, so I've lost everything on the car.
Well, in that case, this is your property. This is
Right.
exactly, you can take them away today.